Hi everyone, welcome this Packet Tracer configure initial router settings. Before we can start with this activity, we need to read a little bit about this topic in configure initial router settings. In the first point, the following task should be complete when configure initial settings on a router. Step 1, configure the device name. Step 2, secure privilege exec mode. Step 3, secure user exec mode. Step 4, secure remote telnet or security shell access. Step 5, secure all passwords in the config file. Step 6, provide legal notification. And Step 7, save the configuration. Basic router configuration example. In this example, router R1 will be configured with initial settings. To configure the device name for R1, use the following commands. Okay. Note. Notice how the router prompt now displays the router host name, in this case, from router to R1. Our router access should be secure. Privileged exec mode provides the user with complete access to the device and its configuration, so you must secure it. The following commands secure privileged exec mode and user exec mode enable telnet and security share remote access, and encrypt all plain text, for example, user exec and virtual teletype line passwords. It's very important to use a strong password when securing privileged exec mode because this mode allows access to the configuration of the device. With this command, you can uh, have secure privileged exec mode change to security mode. The legal notification warns users that the device should only be accessed by permitted users. Legal notification is configured as follows with the command banner mode, and if the router were to be configured with the previous commands and it accidentally lost power, the router configuration will be lost. For this reason, it's important to save the configuration when changes are implemented. The following command saves the configuration to nvram. With this command, copy running config and startup config. Okay, go with the activity. Packet tracer configuration initial router settings. Objectives verify. Part 1 verify the default router configuration. Part 2 configure and verify the initial router configuration. And part 3 save the running configuration file. Background. In this activity, you will perform basic router configuration tasks. You will secure access to the CLICK command line interface and console port using encrypted and plain text password. You will also configure messages for users who are logging into the router. These banners warn unauthorized users that access is prohibited. Finally, you will verify and save your running configuration. Instruction Part 1 Verify the default router configuration. Step 1 Establish a console connection to R1. Choose a console cable from the available connections. Okay, console cable. Click PCA and select RS232 and click OK. Click router 1 and select console. Click PCI desktop tab and terminal. Click OK and press enter. You are now able to configure R1 or router 1. Step 2 Enter privileged exec mode and examine the current configuration. You can access all the router commands from privileged exec mode. However, because many of the privileged commands configure operating parameters and privileged access should be password protect to prevent unauthorized use. Enter privileged exec mode by entering the enable command. Okay, enter the enable command. Notice that the prompt changed in the configuration to reflect privileged exec mode. Enter the show running config command. Okay, show running config command. Okay, what is the router's hostname? In my case, the name of the router is router. How many fast Ethernet interface does the router have? Okay. The next question, how many fast Ethernet interface does the router have? Fast Ethernet. Okay. The router don't have a fast Ethernet interface, only have 2 gigabyte Ethernet interface. How many gigabyte Ethernet interface does the router have? 2. How many serial interface does the router have? Serial interface 1, 2, only 2. Okay. What is the range of value shown for the virtual teletype lines? Okay. Only 5, 0 through 4. And display the current content of MB RAM. Show startup config. Okay, startup config is not present. Why does the router response with the startup config is not present message? I don't know. And part 2, configure and verify the initial router configuration. To configure parameters on a router, you may be required to move between various configuration modes. Notice how the prompt changes as you navigate through the iOS configuration mode. Step 1, configure the initial settings on router 1. If you have difficulty remembering the commands, refer to the content to this topic. Configure router 1 or R1 as the host name. Configure message of the day text. Unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. Okay, go with the first task. In this case, go to config terminal and enter the command host name. Host name and the letter R or R and the number 1. Okay, the first task is complete. And configure message of the day text unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. Okay, with the command banned. Uh, okay, with this command banner mod. with this character. Okay, and this text. Paste. Encrypt all plain text password. Use the following password. Privilege exec encrypted with this character and the console with this character. Okay, go back to see the command in this page. Okay, enable secret class. Enable secret and ITSASICRIT. It's a secret. And the next command to put a password in the console is line console 0 password and login and exit. Okay, line console 0 password. What is the password? Is let main. The next step is login and exit. Okay, exit again. Yeah. Okay, go with the next task. Okay, roller one. And what is the next config? Terminal. Enable. Privilege exec encrypted. Verify the initial settings on Router 1. Verify the initial settings by viewing the configuration for Router 1. What command do you use? Exit the current console session until you see the following message. Okay, wait the command show interface. Okay. Show interface. The first interface is VLAN 1. The next interface serial 011. serial 010, gigabit Ethernet 001, and gigabyte Ethernet 000. Okay, exit the current console session until you see the following message. Okay, go with the command exit and password for enable command or exec mode. The password is it's a secret. Again, it's a secret. Okay, again, it's secret. Press return to get start. Again, it's a secret. Okay, I think I put the password incorrect and I try again. Okay, I can enter with the password let main. Again, exit and let main. Okay, for configure terminal, enable password with its secret. Okay, and enable, sorry, configure terminal. Okay. Okay, I understand. In the first step to enter in the command line interface is with the console let main password. And for enter in the exit mode, we need to enter its secret password. Okay, again with exit, exit again. Okay. Unauthorized access is strictly prohibited. User access verification. The first password is let main. And for enable, we need to enter the password. It's a secret. Again, it's a secret. Okay, I enter in the exec mode. And ok. Mande. A rato, Lulu, gracias. And why show every router have a message of the day mod banner? If you are not prompted for a password before reaching the user exec prompt, what console-like command did you forget to configure? Router 1 configure line login. Enter the password necessary to return to privileged exec mode. Okay. And if you configure any more password of the router on the router, are they displayed in the configuration file as plain text or in encrypted from explain? Part 3, save the running configuration file. Okay, I need to configure to encrypt the plain text to encrypt with this command service password encryption. Enter in config terminal mode and service password encryption. Okay. And again exit exit again, sorry, exit, and enter. User access verification. This is the banner I put in the console in this part. Uh, no. Okay. And password let me in. And for Xmod enable and the password it's a secret. It's a secret. Okay, next to view the okay let me in and enable bad secrets. Okay, exit again and enter password. Okay, okay, this is my banner. And enter again in access verification with let me in and enable command to it's a secret. Enter configure terminal. Okay. Okay, this is very important. Why should every router have a message of the day? If you are not prompted for a password before reach the user exit prompt, what console-like command did you forget to configure? This is the command. I put this command before while I watch in this page here. And step 3, save the running configuration file. Save the configuration file to NVRAM. You have configured the initial settings for router 1. Now back up to running configuration file to NVRAM to ensure that the changes made are not lost if the system is reboot or lost power. What command did you enter to save the configuration to NVRAM? Config, no, copy running, okay, okay, copy running config with this command. Okay, but I need to be in exec mode, no in global configuration. Okay, I exit and copy. Okay, in this case, the system show me the option for this command. Okay, copy, run in config and start to config. Destination file name, start to config, OK again, and it's complete. Okay, what command did you enter to save the configuration to NVRAM? This command. What is the shortest unambiguous version of this command? I don't remember. Which command display the contents of the NVRAM? Uh, what command? is the first step. Show running config. With this command, I can see the content of the NVRAM. Okay, so enter the show running config, and this is all the configuration to running in this current time. Okay, hostname R1, enable secret, service password encryption, my banner, and okay, and the password for enter in the command line interface. Verify that all the parameters configured are correct. If not, analyze the output and determine which commands were not executed or were entered incorrectly. You can also click Check Result in the instruction window. Step 2 optional, save the startup configuration file to flash. Although you will be learning more about managing the flash storage in Aurora in later chapters, you may be interested to know that, as an add backup procedure, you can save your startup configuration file to flash. By default, the router still loads the startup configuration from NVRAM, but if NVRAM becomes corrupt, you can restore the startup configuration by copying it over from flash. Complete the following steps to save the startup configuration to flash. Examine the content of the flash using the show flash command. Okay, show flash. How many files are currently stored in flash? 3 files. Which of these files would you guess in the iOS image? I don't know what I think is the file 3 because he has more length or more information and say universal. Why do you think this file is the iOS image? Save the startup configuration file to flash using the following commands. Copy startup config flash. Okay, copy startup config flash. Destination file name startup config. Enter. The router prompts you to store the file in Flash using the name buckets or brackets. If the answer is yes, press enter. If not, type an appropriate name and press enter. Okay. Use the show flash command to verify the startup configuration file is now stored in Flash. Okay, show flash. And here is my Flash config. Okay, this is very important to administrate this configuration in case of the data is lost in